The Getaway Cow by Fern John Baptiste Lord, Part 2. When Ari the horse rejoined them, they did not ask him any questions, neither did he give any details. They walked on in silence, stumbling over shallow trenches and broken fences. Wild parsnips, stinging nettle, thorns and thistles brushed against their bodies, causing pain and distress. However, returning to the old man's farm without Pleasant was not a line written in their tale. "What's that ahead?" just yet Ian the eagle, as angled eyes caught the thin rims of fading smoke. Bruce the dog seemed to recognize the area. "Oh, it is old Farmer Braxon's friend, Pete the carpenter. He is meek and humble. He is a good man." Linda the pig seemed doubtful and boldly questioned him. "And how do you know that?" "Well, ma'am, are you forgetting that I am the old farmer's most trusted hunting dog? I've been here on many occasions, whether winter, spring, summer, or fall." "Well said," applauded Ian the eagle. "When you do your job as required, then you are a champion. You deserve your good name and rank on the farm." Linda the pig acknowledged Ian the eagle's remark. Okay, I got it. I'm just being crabby. I know better." Bruce the dog called out to Pete the carpenter. Hello, Mr. Pete, are you in? We've come from old Farmer Braxon's farm. We're looking for our friend, Pleasant. Did she come this way?" Pete the carpenter came out to greet them. Recognizing Bruce the dog, he welcomed them. "Ah, my boy," he said as he ruffled Bruce's thick pelt. "You said you are looking for a friend? Where is old Farmer Braxon? Are you out on a hunt?" Bruce the dog explained that they were not out on a hunt with Farmer Braxon, but they were worried about their friend that got away from her shed. "Have you seen her?" asked Bruce the dog. "Yes," Pete the carpenter pointed at a mangled wooden structure. "This was a hot tub I made for Farmer Braxon. A fine piece of work, I would say. But no sooner than it was completed, Farmer Gilbear's wayward boys came into the yard and broke it apart. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Farmer Braxon's cow came running toward them, and, well, just take a look at that. I can tell you that they won't be causing any more trouble around here again, thanks to your friend." "Where is Pleasant?" asked Clarence the drake. Rubbing his forehead and looking more concerned, Pete the carpenter relayed, "I don't know. She did not stop to say hello." "We must be on our way then. We don't have time to lose," said Bruce the dog. "Good luck finding your friend. She did a good deed here," said Pete the carpenter. Ian the eagle stated that these folks were fortunate Pleasant was there just in time to deal with those no-good children. However, Linda the pig suggested that maybe Pleasant wasn't any different if she was causing harm to others. That did not go over well with Bruce the dog and Ari the horse, and a squabble began. "No one said exactly what Pleasant did," explained Bruce the dog, "and they were happy with the results, weren't they?" "You know the old saying," continued Linda the pig. "What are you on about?" asked Ari the horse. "Two wrongs don't make it right," said Linda the pig. "We know our friend, and until we can determine what really happened, let's not judge her," replied Ari the horse. Well said, agreed Bruce the dog. But Linda the pig did not want to let it go and began to recite pearls of wisdom her mother taught her. Be kind to unkind people. They need it the most. What wisdom can you find that is greater than kindness? Politeness costs nothing and gain everything. "Ah, just come off that high mountain, would you?" said Clarence the drake. It's good that you were taught well by your mama, but you don't always practice what you preach. Are you forgetting that episode when you caught Juliet the raccoon with her hands in your feeder? It wasn't a friendly greeting, as I remember, and you weren't kind either. Linda the pig thought about it for a while, then replied, she got her just reward, didn't she? That taught her to keep her hands out of what does not belong to her. Ha ha ha! That was a terrific lesson. She didn't see you charging at her. You were swift yet silent. And what an outcome! We haven't seen her around since then, chided Clarence the Drake. Ian the Eagle added, Farmer Braxon sure was grateful. After all, she ate his vegetables, fruits, and berries, and at night she would creep into the silo and eat his beans and corn and other grains. She simply made a mess on the farm. She got what was coming to her. Yes, she sure did, said Bruce the dog. They continued on laughing heartily at the memories that were stirred up. There were other instances that bonded them, but for now, that Juliet the raccoon incident would keep them focused on finding their friend pleasant. Loud noise disturbed their gaiety, and they chased after it. They came upon Nurse Graffin sprawled on the ground with her medical instruments all around her. The more she tried to get up, the more she would scramble and fall again. It was a sad sight, and they rushed to help her up. Dusting the dirt off her uniform, she thanked them. Oh, thank you, thank you. You are some fine ones. Seemed like I couldn't get up without your help. Well, what happened to you? Questioned Linda the pig. Nurse Graffin explained. I was returning home after attending to Farmer Homer's baby. Suddenly, two local bullies approached me and demanded my purse. Silly me decided to ignore them, and the next thing I know, I was knocked to the ground. Ooh, that must have hurt real badly. We heard you calling out, said Clarence the Drake. It did. However, what came after that was Farmer Braxton's cow switching her tail left and right at them. They took off running, and she took off after them. Didn't you see her? Asked Nurse Graffin. No, we didn't, replied Linda the pig. We are looking for her, Bruce the dog explained. We've crossed the rills and brooks, hills and valleys, got stuck by thistles and thorns, doused by the rain. We've seen some young folks all tangled and confused, and it is all because Pleasant ran away from old Farmer Braxon. What are you talking about? Asked Nurse Graffin. No time to explain, said Ian the Eagle. Which way was she heading? He asked. Pointed toward the western end, Nurse Graffin offered. To the left, to the left. Ian the Eagle ushered the others. Come on, my friends, let us hurry. The quicker we go after her, the sooner we will find her. They took off as speedily as Gonzales the Greyhound, Farmer Napien's best and show dog. For the first time since leaving the farm, they felt they were within reach of their friend. In his effort to keep up with the rest of the team, Clarence the Drake tried flying at a height he couldn't control. Whack, whack, whack. He sounded as he came tumbling down to the ground. As if ready and waiting for his fall, Linda the pig braced him with her stout back. Stop playing around. You could hurt yourself and delay us from getting to Pleasant, admonished Linda the pig. Clarence the Drake was quick with his reply. A pig in time saves mine. You got it all sewn up? Linda the pig wasn't having any of his foolishness and retorted, If I may correct you, sir, it is, a stitch in time saves 9, and those magical words, thank you, would be nice. Pardon me for my loutish behavior. I should be forever grateful, said Clarence the Drake. Ari the horse cautioned Clarence the Drake to be careful with his words. He warned, As a wise man once said, even the smallest of words can be the ones to hurt you or save you. Just remember that, and you will do well, wise guy. Clarence the Drake, with ruffled feathers, bowed as low as he could go and answered, "Okay, that's the lesson for today. Here, hitch a ride. It will save us time and you some aches," advised Harry the horse as he lowered himself for Clarence the Drake to climb on. As they approached the open, uncut meadow at Western End, there was a large crowd of women, men, and children cheering on what looked like Pleasant the cow. Sounds of glee with loud applause and repeated local rhymes could be heard. "Come one, come all, hear them holler. There they go, there they go. Bullies abound, but we won't follow." They hurried to meet their friend, who seemed to be enjoying this newfound praise. In the middle of a ring, there was Pleasant, light and lively on her feet, dancing without thinking of tomorrow. It was a joyous moment, and one by one, Linda the pig, Ian the eagle, Clarence the drake, Ari the horse, and Bruce the dog filed in to join her. Unrehearsed lead and follow steps brought laughter to the crowd, but no one really cared. They were happy to see Pleasant, and they were having fun. When the moment of bliss ended, they jabbered on about returning to old Farmer Braxon's farm. "You must come with us, Pleasant. Old Farmer Braxon has changed his mind," said Linda the pig. "There will be no more talk of selling you to fussy Farmer Andy." "Joe the goat made sure of that," added Bruce the dog. "And all your friends stood up for you," was Harry the horse's input. "It wouldn't be the same without you," Ian the eagle added. "The sun wouldn't shine without you on the farm," voiced Clarence the drake. Pleasant was at a loss for words, and tears welled up in her eyes. "Oh, I am happy to see you, but you look like you've been through Farmer Fred's junkyard 1,000 times." "There's no exaggeration in those words, Pleasant," said Clarence the drake. With a sly look at Harry the horse, he continued, "It was a rough ride, but friends are friends when the skies are stormy or when the skies are sunny. What can I say? I am thankful to have friends like you. But what about old Farmer Braxton's promise to get rid of me? You said Joe the goat took care of it. Tell me more," urged Pleasant the cow. As dark shadows of clouds appeared between the lazy sun and the creeping moon, Ian the eagle urges, "Come, let us go. The sun will soon shut her eyes. It is time we head back home, home on the farm where all things grow and where roosters crow. But first, tell us of your exploration. You must have had a pleasant day." "Indeed," replied Pleasant the cow. "Indeed."